Oh, there's a hippo.
Hello, everyone! Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, of course, our players are...
I'm Corporal Higgimus. I play a Giff fighter.
I'm David Big Mac Shepherd playing Braxon, who's a human fighter.
And an elven wild mage, Levalithana.
I'm an elven ranger, Yeldin Sharpeye.
Human paladin, Ockar.
And last, who has muted himself.
Oh, I realised. Elven Specialty Priest Thief.
Alright, so when we left off after that rather lengthy last episode, the party had encountered a goblin porcupine ship, and managed to kill all the goblins.
Of course.
Yeah. With copious amounts of explosions and stuff of that nature. Always fun. Always fun. Alright, so, there is quite a bit of debris floating about in along the gravity plane on the inside of the vessel now, considering that you did kind of blow a few things up.
Damn it, Higgimus!
It was only the main portion of the frickin' the main platform of the ship. That's it.
Yeah,
the rest
but
is all rope ladders and shit.
many of the other ones are, I mean, there were many of them were connected to that by rope ladders and stuff like that. So they're not all stable anymore. Some items slid off of some of them. The various platforms have things like bedding and storage crates, things like that, personal accoutrements, weaponry, places for repairing equipment, stuff like that. So it's all over the place. A lot of it has slid down into the gravity plane. Let me go ahead and pop back up with the image of the porcupine. Did I have an interior? Yes, I did. Okay. So you guys should be able to see it.
How much damage did we take in the combat again? Because I've noticed on the actual character sheet of our ship that it isn't recorded there.
You may not... Did you take any? Because...
Yes, we did. I remember recording. I was in charge of recording damage last episode.
It was on the Google ship, wasn't it?
Oh, your ship, the ship itself. You took 3 hull points.
Thank you.
It should be...
I can't edit the sheet for
I think you can.
Almo.
let me see who it is set to. Can be edited by all players. Yeah, you just have to hit the edit button. Up at the top. Yeah, I don't have it tied into that that page. That's right. I forgot about that.
There we go. Fixed.
Alrighty. Okay, so on the porcupine, there is back in the tail. There is an intact platform. Only the central platform at the very center of the ship was completely destroyed. It did destabilize other ones, but they're all connected to the hull by multiple ropes and stuff like that, so it's just kind of, you gotta be careful with your footing and everything now. But the platform in the back, in the tail, is still intact. And it looks like there are some things back there.
Alright, let's search this thing.
Okay, now, to search beyond that section is going to require quite a bit of time and effort. The cargo net down in the bottom, which is reverse gravity, is mostly empty. There isn't a whole lot of cargo there. But anything that was on the platforms, for the most part, has kind of, fallen into the ship, into the gravity plane and stuff like that. But you can search through it. It's going to take a while.
I don't think we necessarily have the time for that right now, but we can grab the Spelljamming helm and whatever on that other platform.
How far are we away from our target?
Let's see.
In sort of days or hours or whatever.
Me and Lever are going to need spells as well, so...
Yeah, so
There is
Level
gonna be
will
some
be finishing
downtime.
up the day, and then about midway through Norferic's time on the helm, you'd get to the area of your target. Whether or not, how long it takes you to actually find the specific place is another question. But
I wonder. The reason I'm asking is I'm wondering if we could tow this ship and then search it while moving, but make sure we finish searching well before we get to our destination.
Well, you will appear much larger if you do tow it. So if anyone is looking for you, you might be more visible.
Yeah.
If you get into any combat situations, you will have a substantially worse maneuverability. Otherwise, yeah, you could tow it.
We shouldn't
don't
forget
need
if we actually look bigger, and then we also look more impressive.
Yeah, but
Maybe.
I suppose it comes down to what we want to do when we get to our destination. Do we want to land on the far side of the asteroid and go in and attack them while they're not expecting us, or do we want to come in and have a big fight? If we come in and have a big fight, I'm guessing they'll have a pre-prepared defense. Whereas if we sneak in, we can get past it.
I think probably the best course of action would be to try to get in without them nosing us and catch them by surprise.
Yeah, I agree.
I kind of like that
whole
idea, too.
I thought the whole idea.
No, go.
I thought the whole idea was to commandeer their ship.
Yes, it's part of the whole surprise.
Yeah.
Lafdul's just come up with this. At the mention of sneaking aboard, he's realised what Higgimus's bombs can do, and sneaking a few of them aboard and setting them off could be quite advantageous to us, but we'll lose a ship.
Well, yeah, I suppose the other option would be to use the Porcupine as a fire ship, which is probably slightly illegal.
Is it?
Is that illegal?
As they say, all is fair in love and war.
We had a right of conquest from that ship, so it's ours now.
Yeah, let's do the fire ship tactic. So, how are we gonna move it?
Well, you do have towing ropes, so you can tow this thing.
So, can we tow it there and then set it to just drift on its own into the base on fire?
You can try it. I mean,
I'll burn up the oxygen real fast.
The question is what are you going to use to turn it into a fire ship?
Greek fire!
Do you have much of that?
We have enough, I think.
We do have quite a few. I don't know if it's enough for a whole ship.
What's quite a few?
It's enough to light
5 Greek fires? I don't know.
Yeah, that might not be enough.
Yeah,
but with ropes and stuff, it's strategically placed places. It'll spread all over the place.
Well, the other thing is, although I suggested the thing. Sorry, Levy, go on.
It's okay. My question keeps going.
Okay. We don't know the situation there. They might have a lot of slaves and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So there might be someone we need to rescue.
Well, the other tactic is... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go on.
The other tactic is we just go in under stealth with the wasp and sneak into the base itself through a inconspicuous way.
The way I was thinking of it is if we can get close enough with our ship to their ship, is we board the ship directly and just take over the ship and fly it away.
Yes, but we don't know if their base has defenses for like imagine if they have ballistas set up in the base to take out ships that come for them.
Yeah, well, they're pirates, or at least they're probably prepared for the possibility of being attacked.
I mean, if there's goblins here, there's no doubt they're prepared for the occasional goblin attacks on their own.
Mm-hmm.
We're
base,
still on the
one could
normal
assume.
flight plane. We're still on the normal flight plane. We're not anywhere near where they are yet. We're not
I
that
thought we
close
were
to
in
them
between.
yet.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
still not quite a day away.
There's a chance if we go in while the ship is docked, that we'll be flying into a hail of ballista bolts if they spot us.
Oh, wait a minute. There's something wrong with that calculation. You said not quite a day. We had 12-hour shifts, and we were talking about around 28 hours.
Okay, my mistake. It's about 12 hours. I was thinking from the start of your shift as opposed to the fact that you're about midway through your shift.
Okay. So, Higgimus, how many bombs do you still have?
Do I personally have? I think I got one more.
So we don't have that many, because someone mentioned that we have bombs.
Yeah,
I
that's
did
a
have
problem.
bombs.
Yeah.
Higgimus,
Well,
maybe you
that
should have waited on using those bombs.
Oh, nope. I still have 2 left.
So
I still don't have many, but we could totally use those to blow up their docks as we steal their ship.
What would effectively cripple their ship so it can't fly?
Taking the helm.
Aside from the
destroying the
helm, can you get the sails or something, the equivalent?
We could destroy the keel.
But then that
Something that we can repair, obviously, but
Right. If you want to disable it.
steal the helm.
Take out the helmsman. Take out the helm. If you destroy any rigging that they have, that would make them less maneuverable. And of course, grappling and boarding. It's very difficult to move while your ship is grappled.
I was just wondering, they might have defenses, but I think that they're more likely reliant on the fact that their base is well hidden. So they might not have any defenses except for maybe a few lookouts who aren't really paying attention because they don't expect anybody to find their base.
Yes, but we don't know that.
Unless they've had a message from our friends.
And there's a high likelihood that they may have gotten a message from Torlin at some point about people looking into it.
I would also think that calculating on a good defense is probably a lot, and finding they have none is probably a lot better than calculating on them having no defense and finding out that they overwhelm us.
Good call.
I guess the question here is, do we want to go straight in, or do you want to go off, try to sneak in from the dark side of the asteroid and sneak into the base?
Couldn't we fly in from the sun? Use that as cover?
No. What?
Move in with the sun behind you.
I mean, in theory, if you have the sun behind you, then lookouts are just going to see a bright light, and it'd be hard for them to see you. But as you got closer, you would make a silhouette in the sun. But are they going to be looking directly at the sun?
Either way, we should be cautious about it, as it's the more tactically sound approach.
Yes, I agree.
All right. Well,
you don't want to just charge in.
Sneaking is much better than just full-out attack.
You've got time to discuss this on the trip, but the big question right now is, do you want to take the porcupine with you, or do you want to search it now and leave it?
I say we search it now and leave it.
Yeah, we don't want to bring that with us on this.
Okay, there are some asteroids around. You could tow it to one of them and just kind of gently lay it down and pick it up later.
That's
an
a
idea.
good idea.
I mean, if you want to either search it later or take it back to Brawl for scrap.
We could search it on the way there, and then tie it up on the gravity plane.
Yes.
Is that an option?
Some sort of limited search.
You could take it and leave it somewhere along the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to like search it while you're traveling, and then leave it in 4 or 5 hours along on an asteroid. I mean, there's asteroids all over the place, so.
That sounds like a good idea. Take it with us and search it. Drop it along the way after we're done searching it.
Take the helm with us too.
How long will it take?
Well, it'll take at least an hour to search through the rubble to try and recover some stuff that's not back in the tail cargo hold.
Okay. Yeah.
It might take longer to actually scour it for every single copper piece.
And what I will say is we've also got to think of our crew that I mentioned I've managed to keep alive.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for that, Lafdul.
If we didn't have you, we'd be in a much worse position.
I don't think we'd even attack if we want for that. We'd be less than half crew.
You also need to think about how much they're due.
Yeah, because they almost died for this. So.
Yeah.
Now, is it customary just to give them all the bonus at the end of the mission, or after each like big battle type of thing?
I think after the end of the mission.
Yeah,
you get back
a payout at the end is generally more customary.
Okay, then that's what I'll worry about then.
Okay.
Okay. Here's my idea. I say we just, instead of worrying about every single little bit, I say we get the helm that flew off. We go and we investigate this back platform that Ald was talking about, and then we just check the cargo that is in the cargo net to see if there's anything actually down there. And then this junk that's kind of floating everywhere. Other than what was on the main 3 goblins, just forget about it. We'll not worry about trying to drag and carry the ship off anywhere.
Sounds like a plan.
Does that sound agreeable?
Yep.
I have no objection, really, if someone has a plan. So.
Braxon?
Yeah, that sounds fine to me. I've got to get my sword back at some point as well.
Yeah, we need to find that thing.
It's stuck in the outside of the ship.
How'd you get it stuck in the side of the ship?
He lost it.
He had a mistake.
Rolled one.
Rolled a natural 1.
Well, no. The player Asher knows that. Higgimus. Higgimus is wondering how he got stuck into the side of the ship.
I was over enthusiastic trying to stab someone, and I stabbed the ship instead.
Oh, you're lucky it's stuck in there instead of bouncing off.
Well,
Yeah.
Higgimus, you should know that. I mean, last time or the time before that, he threw away his hammer because of all his enthusiasm.
That thing's just cursed.
You know,
It's been quite useful this time.
Braxon, I have a suggestion. You should get a strap of leather to wrap around your wrist and your weapon.
Weapon chain.
So that when you get so enthusiastic, your weapon won't go flying off into space.
That's an excellent suggestion. Out of character, though, I don't know what Ald will do when I roll a 1.
It just gets a saving throw against that particular...
I think you'll just have to wait and find out if you decide to do that.
I'd throw my hand away.
I say while rubbing my
cut your
palms
hand off.
evilly.
No, it slips out your hand, it wraps around and whacks you in the side.
It probably breaks the blade.
Critical damage.
Probably breaks the blade.
Alright, so did you get that plan, Ald?
Yeah, you're gonna tow it for a while and leave it while checking for the most interesting stuff, essentially.
Yeah,
Yes.
just interesting stuff.
Okay, so in the back of the porcupine, you guys go ahead and hook it up, and you're towing it along.
How
Let's
much
see.
air does it have? Just out of curiosity.
It has plenty.
Can we
and,
tell?
Well, you can tell that it's not fouled or in any way. It's fresh air, but you don't know exactly.
It goes through degreeing stages of staleness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
It's not fouled and it's not deadly. So it's fresh, and it's a larger ship than yours. It does merge air envelopes when you came in contact, but you weren't even a day out of port. There's no real need to do anything with air right now. So, all right. So you found the ship supplies of food and water. They're in some crates and some barrels. If you want to take it, it's going to be a total of... it was 1 week for them, but that's more than 1 week for you.
Mm-hmm.
You guys actually interested in taking this?
I
It's
don't
just
see why
goblin
not.
slob. I don't want it.
I mean, the water's fresh. The food... It's fairly standard dry ration type stuff. Emphasis on meat. Exactly what kind of meat, you don't know.
Yeah.
But there are dry, hard biscuits and stuff like that.
I asked. I look. Come on, I can ask. Can I ask Diane whether he likes the meat?
Meat.
It's dried meat, so he'll eat it. But I mean, he prefers, fresher meat.
It's like giving a cat biscuits compared to wet food.
Yeah.
They'll eat it reluctantly.
I know some cats that eat nothing but cat biscuits.
Yeah, I have as well, weirdly enough.
But
he eat it. I mean, if we run out of fresh meat, why not? Unless someone else wants it.
We've got plenty of food.
So we add it.
According to our thing, we're maxed out anyway, so...
Well...
That's only 1 ton of supplies.
I think it might have been more, but I need to go back and check my stuff. You're only maxed out because that's how much you took to begin with.
Okay.
You can store up to whatever you can fit in your cargo hold.
Do they have
remember,
spare wood?
I'm sorry? Lafdul.
I was just asking if they had spare wood.
Yeah, I was going to get to that.
We use their wood to repair our ship if it's not any worse off than our wood.
There are some planks of wood. You would
then
guess
we can keep our supply.
You would guess that there's enough there for 2 whole points worth of repairs.
Right,
we also do have 1 ton of our own repair supplies.
Yeah, and that'll cover 5 hull points.
Let's use their supplies to repair our damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Then we still have our supplies.
You can take that with you. You can get 1 hull point repaired before you reach your destination.
Okay, I better get on that.
Okay. There's a crate of 24 ballista bolts. Spare ammo for the ballista. Incidentally, you can take the forward-mounted medium ballista if you want. That will take up to
time.
They're fairly easy to dismount and break down and put away.
Just undoing bolts.
So we have 9 tons of cargo capacity. Hold on. So.
And some
8
of that's
tons
already
of
used.
open one because we have 1 ton of food stuff and 1 ton of repair supplies.
My pencil stopped working.
Oh no, you got an electric pencil sharpener. Because I heard they were the rage back at school.
Right back. 1 second.
I know most of you guys, you're all in the upper bracket generation. You only has the manual pencil sharpeners.
Do you mean a giant hamster powered pencil sharpener?
Actually, you did it with knives, didn't you?
Whittled the pencils to a point, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let's see. So the ballista bolts won't take any cargo space. The 2 hull points worth of repair material, it doesn't really take much. But yeah, you've got 1 ton worth of food, 1 ton worth of repairs. So you've got 7 tons of spare cargo space.
Well, then it definitely take the wood from the other ship.
Yeah, I got the wood. I got the bolts. How much room does that ballista take?
2 tons.
Okay, I say we take that because that's worth some money.
Well, you could always leave it on the ship and.
Hope it's still here.
If you tow the porcupine back to Brawl, you can disassemble that and then sell the rest of the ship for scrap.
Oh, okay. In that case, that's what we're gonna do and tie it off to the asteroids. Okay.
Yes.
All right, that sounds good. But we'll go ahead and take the bolts up anyway.
Right. How many people do I need for a repair crew?
I actually don't remember. If you get Higgimus and the Giff to help, then you can make do with everyone who's spare kind of thing.
Okay.
All right. Taking up a total of 2 tons worth of cargo space, there are 4 large crates full of cloth. They're not really sealed. They're pretty easy to pop the lids open and see. It's fine linen, nothing spectacular. It's undyed.
Hey, that guy we saved from being murdered was a cloth dealer.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that I might be interested in that for like healing. Supplies, bandages, and stuff.
Yeah, we could do that.
There is a lot of cloth there. I mean, we're talking
2 tons. Well, that's a lot.
Yeah, total of 4 crates. They're big.
Actually, is it marked? Is this like not native to them?
It's definitely not native to them.
Yeah, goblins.
So it's stolen from. Does it have any like marks or anything? Does anyone know?
No, they actually don't have any markings on them.
Let's sell it to our cloth dealer. He'll give us a good price. We saved his life.
Yeah, but we don't need to take it onto the ship right now. We can. That's actually part of the stuff we could leave on.
Yeah, this is like extra float loot.
True. Okay. Well, what we could do, we could take a crate of it, give the crate to our people, and tell them in their spare time they can make clothes.
Just
they're not going to have any spare time because they're going to be repairing a whole point on the ship.
True.
Repairing the ship, resting from the battle.
You're better off giving the crate to Lafdul for bandages and disguises if you need some.
All right.
I'd take like a good amount of it. I wouldn't take the crate, whatever's most convenient.
I'll put it this way: if you take a crate, Lafdul, you will literally never need to buy bandages ever again in this campaign, short of the ship blowing up. Since this came up,
Lafdul would like a crate.
This is a lot of cloth here.
No, but I'm paying for supplies, so every time I run back and forth to ports, it's not going to make him a difference. So I might as well not take it.
So Auld plans to blow up the ship at some point?
Of course.
All right. So I had this written down on a personal sheet for stuff we're leaving in the ship, but we'll take later.
Okay. Yeah, you can.
So I got the ballista and then the 2 tons of fine cloth.
Yeah, and specify that it's 4 crates of it.
How many crates?
4 crates. Just because I priced them out for myself based on crates.
Could I appraise any of this stuff?
Nope.
Okay, got that.
You're not a cloth merchant. Appraisal doesn't quite work that way.
Besides, you mainly handle gyms, don't you, Lafdul?
But he's a member of the cloth.
God. All right,
Lafdul kind of smirks at that remark, actually.
All right, you find another crate. This is a different crate. It looks to be the same sort of crate that the dry foodstuffs were kept in. And prying the lid open, you see a variety of utensils, mugs, cups, spoons, forks, knives, platters. There might be a few, like couple hammers, things like that, some ship's carpentry tools. Mostly appear to be made of steel, and they're very fine workmanship.
Let's have them.
Well, we don't need them on our ship. We could still leave it there.
Well, it's in the same category as all the cloth stuff. We come back for it.
All right, so 1 crate of fine kitchen and kitchenware and tools.
If I understood you right, 1 crate is half a ton, correct?
That was for the cloth.
Okay.
This really wouldn't take up much. I mean, I would say a ton of miscellaneous stuff, which would include like the couple of the whole points of wood that you picked up, stuff like that. So, until you hit a point where I felt that you had a lot that took up a whole point. I mean, a cargo ton. I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay, what's next?
I actually suggest that we offer the crew the possibility to actually choose from the loot as well.
Yes.
It's a lot easier if you just give them a payout. It's easier on me, easier on you. Crew members, for the most part, unless they kind of develop personalities, they're numbers. You know, I mean, they're sailing along with you for the wage. So
Nobody cares about the numbers.
I care.
Yeah. I'm sure the viewers on Twitch want to know everyone's name.
Well, too bad for them.
I don't think they care.
Okay, what's next?
So you also get the helm.
Is it better than our helm?
No,
it's the same, isn't it?
You'd have to hook it up and sit down and try it out. Probably best to wait until later to do that.
Yeah, after we're done adventuring for the month.
But I would recommend you take this with you.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it in our actual ship equipment section.
Okay. And finally, back in the hold, there are 2 unusual cases. At least you guess that they're cases. They're rectangular boxes of some sort. They're made of some sort of black metal and silvery wood panels. The panels are fairly small. No bigger than the palm of your hand, and the cases themselves, the edges of them are all made of this black metal, and then in between are these silvery wooden panels. There's 2 of them, and they're different sizes. One of them is 2 feet long, and the other is 3.5 feet long.
Silvery wooden panels.
All right. What's
Well, what the hell are these?
Let's take those and see what they are.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them on the ship too.
Okay.
We're not gonna see what's in them, or are we just dumping them over?
What's in them?
You can't find any sort of catch, or you're not even sure where the lid is.
It must be a puzzle.
There are, there are edges to the metal and stuff like that, but there's no handle. There's no.
You said silvery wood.
I'm sorry.
What color was the wood?
Silvery.
Is it magic?
It's either magic or a mimic.
Cast detect magic.
Could be magically locked.
Leva is on the helm right now.
Yeah, but I mean, Lafdul might have detect magic. I don't know if you've memorized it or
no,
not.
I don't.
Wait,
I
Clark
do have
done
access
in
to
my spell.
knock. I could try that, but I need to know that it is openable, so to speak. I can't do it on something that I don't know that doesn't open. It's like I can't use it on a wall that apparently has a secret door there, but I need to know that there's a secret door there. Is there any like openings on it, or look like it might open or something?
There are things that could be lids, but it's difficult to tell. You don't see any hinges. You don't see any latches. There isn't an obvious lock or an obvious keyhole. So it might open, but you don't know.
I'll come back to that. If we're done looting, then I'll use knock on it in case there's something else.
And the only difference, sorry, the only difference between the two was one was 2 feet and the other was 3 feet.
3.5 feet.
3.5.
Really? They're like foot lockers, whatever you call them. Things you put at the ends of the bed.
Yeah, otherwise, they're about 1 foot by 1 foot. So 1 foot by 1 foot by 2 feet, 1 foot by 1 foot by 3.5.
I'm not going to get into that much detail.
Yeah, no, I'm just giving you that so you know that, like, looking at the end, it's square.
Okay.
We'll come back to that. What else?
It's cool. It's black metal.
That's it of the obvious stuff. The corpses. Most of the goblin crew members just have leather armor, short swords, and slings, I believe. Let me double check.
How many short swords?
Let's see. You, in short order, I mean, you can easily recover the ones that were, you killed by your, on your ship. You can quickly recover 10. If you want to spend like the next 2 hours, searching through as you're traveling the entire ship, then I'll let you recover all of the, almost all the weapons except for the ones that
I've just realised something.
Blown up. Yep.
Do we have anyone on lookout while we're doing this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Just want to make sure that someone's looking out.
I guess Braxon's going to have to go back to the ship with the lumber and start on the repairs.
Yeah. All right.
Straight away, and leave the rest of you search the ship.
I would have gone through and give congratulations to people on our crew and that sort of thing, and visit the people that were injured and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Typical thing captain should be doing. But what else was the main captain goblins or lieutenant goblins or commander goblins? What did they have on them?
Okay. So they all had slings. The slings are surprisingly well crafted for all of the goblins. They're not just strips of leather. They're the four that you believe were the leaders, helmsmen, that sort of thing. They're actually the cup is a separate piece, and the strings have some small beads on them. So they look like they're well crafted slings.
And there's 4 of them, you said?
Yeah.
It seems Leva isn't there, but if she was there, she'd say, "I'd like them."
Well, they know that you use a sling, so someone can bring them by, see if you are interested in keeping hold of them.
They're virtually weightless. You just grab them.
Yeah, I have them.
They look decent, so.
What else do they have on
them? Scale armor on 2 of them. No, 3 of them had scale armor. One of them actually had a mail hauberk. The one who burning hands.
These are goblin-sized, though, right?
Yeah, they're goblin-sized. They all had small shields as well.
Out of curiosity, could our resident armor smith like reforge them into a full suit?
Not really.
Oh.
I mean, you could take the scales and make a new set of scale armor, but it's not really worthwhile.
You said one was wearing a what?
Male hauberk. It's basically just chainmail.
We could just sell the armor to the next lot of gnomes we meet.
Or you can just sell them off when you get back to Brawl if you want. I mean, they might work for gnomes or halflings.
Or Kenda.
The one that Burning hands you guys, he has a battle axe. The other one that was casting spells has a mace, and he also had a braided whip that alternated red and yellow colors. And the one that Burning hands you around his neck is a small iron axe, and the blades of this tiny axe are covered in blood. Dried blood.
Could Lafdul do Oh, he doesn't know goblin religions. See if it's a holy symbol of some sort, maybe.
Yeah, nope. You don't have a goblin religion.
If I know he's a priest, could I tell what would count as a holy symbol? If I were to, like, say, guess that might be something rather than knowing for certain.
It's not a reasonable. I mean, it's not an unreasonable conclusion that might be his holy symbol.
I shrug. I mention it to the rest.
Okay.
What was the description on the whip?
A braided whip, alternating red and yellow colors. And if you were gonna search the rest of the ship, then I can give you the coinage that they had.
How long does that take?
A few hours. I'm not gonna.
Alright, Lafdul's gonna use his newfound ability, knock on one of the things, see if he can open one of them.
Alright, well, first of all, did you guys wanna like actually search for the coinage?
If we're towing it, then yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay.
The one thing I'm concerned about is that if Auld said you'd need to help me with ship repairs, we're going to end up with the two of us up at the same time, which is okay at the moment. But how long can we do that and still get enough rest before the big battle?
I'm going to hand wave it right now.
You're going to get a few hours. You're not going to be sleep deprived. You're just going to be a little bit tired.
Right.
I'm just going to hand wave it right now.
Okay.
So imagine you're just using me to lift things and pull things up.
Yeah,
that's cool. Work itself.
That's what Higgimus and your other Giff will be mainly for. All right, so you do not actually find that much in the way of coinage. It does not look like they were particularly wealthy as things go. You found a total of 3 platinum pieces, 9 gold pieces, 12 electrum pieces, 33 silver pieces, and 86 copper pieces.
Which reminds me, when did we last look into the pouch?
I don't know. I don't know that it's been a day because you haven't actually been out of port for a day.
How many?
Can we?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Higgimus.
Copper pieces?
86.
Higgimus.
Yes.
Can we set that stuff aside for now? I think we should work out what sort of share we're going to give the crew out of it, and then split it up after that.
Oops. Yeah, that makes sense. I should have been putting that in a separate spot.
Just put it. Well,
it's okay. I got it.
Spot below it.
Yeah, you could just keep it separate until afterwards, and after you sell anything that you get, and then give them a share. Okay, so you're going to try to cast Knock on one of those cases, correct, Lafdul?
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
Let me take a quick look at the restrictions on Knock.
I apologize. Again, how much copper pieces was that?
86.
That's why I was asking. As long as I know it's there, that it perceivable that it is a lock, then I should be able to. It undoes. Oh, where is it? It's under alteration.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. Yeah, so the location of the door or item must be known, and you don't specifically know what opens on this. It's not unreasonable to assume that it does in fact open, but knowing exactly which panel, where it opens, does it open on the short side, one of the long sides, but, you know.
Would I need more time to examine it? That give me a logical guess then? No, afterwards, obviously, after doing research on it. You know.
You would, I don't know, I mean, you'll have to look it over and try to figure that out.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Because there are no obvious hinges, no obvious clasps.
On both of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the only real difference between them is that one is shorter. Otherwise, they are basically identical in every way.
I just ask some of the crew to hold it back.
Wait, what?
Well, we're taking these with us, I think, aren't we? They aren't that big.
Yeah, I think that was. Yeah,
we already said.
If I can't use knock on it now, then I might be able to later once I've looked at it better.
Okay, so you're just gonna spend some time studying them?
Yeah.
Okay.
See how they work.
Yep. All right. Well, you'll take a look at you'll study them as you go.
Well, in any downtime that I might have, which I don't imagine will be very much.
All right. I'm gonna bring you guys over to the sphere chart.
Actually, we got.
Are you sure you want to do that? Because you won't get any rest, which means you won't.
Yeah,
get
I'm not gonna.
downtime.
And this is literally just whenever there is downtime. It's not gonna happen for like a day or two, basically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've got about 12 hours before arriving at your destination. You will definitely need to get some rest in that time, but you'll.
We have a wizard's apprentice that we can pass it to him. Here, have a look at these.
You're the guy who knows how to open stuff.
In any case,
Yeah.
Noel has
He might have access to knock, so.
Noel has the last shift, so.
Yeah, there's something to do, and it might help speed up the process of identifying, basically.
All right, let me put it this way. He is an NPC. This is for the PCs to figure out. If you know what I mean?
Could the NPC give me a hint?
Nope.
Really are stonewalling me here.
Oh, I know. It's up to you. I mean, if you want some more, if you're not quite visualizing it in your head, I can try to describe it in more.
No,
terms,
I know what it is. I would just do it as research in games. I wouldn't understand.
I'm going to put it this way. This is the kind of thing where, and you can certainly use like your find remove traps, your open locks, that sort of thing to try to get it open. But you first need to figure out where you would use those skills on.
Could Leva help
that
with
is, that? Sure, if you have some actual ideas of what you could do.
Let's tap it all over it and see if any of it's hollow.
It's hollow.
Oh, so you press it and it like springs open or something.
Can Braxon make a carpentry check, see if he can see any hinges or anything? Or joints?
Go ahead.
Hang on. Get my carrot sheet up. Find out what my number is.
Can we use Higgimus's spyglass for this to give like close inspection?
That doesn't work on that kind of thing.
Oh, a 1!
Oh.
Oh dear.
Is that good or bad? I can't remember.
That is good.
Did I break it or open it?
Both.
You've just seen one of these before somewhere.
Yeah, open it up and close it. There you go.
What you can tell from that is the panels, the wood panels, are clearly part of a mechanism. You can't tell exactly what opens or not, but you can feel that the panel, as you're, running your hands along it and stuff like that, you feel that some of the panels move, and you realize that there is a catch. One of the panels, most of them can move, but they don't. But you realize that one of them, only one of them, does move, in fact. And you depress it, and you hear a slight click.
It's a puzzle box.
Yeah. So, someone's made this mechanism so that you have to know how the mechanism works to get into it.
After you probably have to push one each side once in a certain order.
Maybe. Can I go look for another thing that depresses?
Oh, all the rest of them now depress.
Okay. What happens after they've all been depressed? Do they cheer up?
No. As you're pressing them at random, occasionally that first one that you press, you'll hear a click, and it returns to its original place.
Okay, so there's an order, and this one is the first one. So, do we have some chalk?
Got charcoal.
Yeah, charcoal.
How about we do this once we get back to Brawl?
We'll be doing it while we're flying. Someone will,
I have chalk.
It's up to you guys if you want to do it now or if you want to do it later.
This is going to take time, isn't it?
How many buttons is there? 6?
No, there's a lot of buttons.
I'd like to do it now because otherwise we'll end up with the same situation as we had last time, where we bypass something. Oh, we look at this later, and it had exactly the stuff in it we needed, the weakened metal thing.
Well, keep in mind that this was a random encounter.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's what you tell us.
Well, no. I'm.
No, I'm only joking.
This was a random encounter. It wasn't something put in to give you an aid later on. Now, what's inside these may aid you. They may also be completely irrelevant to the situations coming up. You don't really know, but this was a random encounter. I did roll for it, so you can decide to hold off and do this later if you want.
I hand Braxon the chalk.
Well, let's put a 1 on that thing.
Now, keep in mind, Braxon, that I am going to say that if you're going to be focusing on this, then you're not going to be repairing the ship.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I'll give that to the others after marking that as a 1 and say, well, I need to get back to fixing the ship. But there you go. That's clearly how this works. And I would guess that the other box works the same way. That one of these things is the first thing you press and then you have to press them in an order. So it might be the same sequence for both of them. And I'm guessing that when you've pressed enough buttons, the lid opens up. Right, let's go fix some things. What parts of the ship's damaged, by the way? Or is it sort of general hand-wavy stuff?
Superficial hull damage. I mean, holes in the hull, that kind of thing. Nothing that requires any special work to repair. Just patching up holes.
Okay.
Pulling out blister bolts.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to say that now you guys are moving there. Okay.
Did we drop the other ship at this point?
At this point, you have searched through the ship as much as you're going to. So yeah, you can rest this on an asteroid and come back and get it later if you want.
Sounds good.
I believe that was the plan because we don't really want to be able to sneak in.
Okay.
Can we get our borrowed navigator to make a note on the charts?
Yeah, he does. So that you can easily get back here either like on the way back or another time entirely. It'll be up to you.
Yeah. Okay. Depends on what we find at the other end.
Yeah.
Whether we need to come back quick or not.
So, Lafdul, are you looking at this case now? You probably need to get some rest at this point, unless you want. I mean,
if it's going to take longer than minutes, then I'm not going to do it.
Well, you can try it if you want to describe what you want to do, and then try and roll, or if you want to examine the case further. Let me know what you want to do, and I'll tell you if you have time. How about that?
I would be seeing if there's a pattern or a logical. I'd just be going through like an algorithm. How do I explain this?
You're basically gonna try to brute force the puzzle.
Yeah.
By trying every possible combination of presses on the sides that he can.
Well, until I start getting a few in sequence and see if I can extrapolate a better idea of the potential combination.
It's like trying to solve an adventure game puzzle without any clues and without a guide.
Alright, well, which one are you looking at? The bigger one or the little one?
Whatever one Braxon found.
Right. Braxon, which one were you looking at? The big one or the little one?
I don't care. So, roll the D2. Right.
Just a little one.
Little one, then.
Okay. Well, you can use your thief skills, Lafdul, to try and open it. I'll give you an open locks roll. There's a penalty that you don't know about.
But that means I can never do it again until I level up. If I fail it.
Yes.
But what if I learn new stuff about it? Will I allow another reroll?
No. It'll be a level up.
Just go for it.
Yeah, I have spent a lot of points into Surfire. That's another masterwork, minus 60. Alright, I've got 75. Where's my... I always lose this.
Make sure you use your listening cone and all that other junk that you have.
That
yeah, that's the... I've lost... I've completely lost myself on my inventory screen. I'm not kidding. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Alright, find and remove traps.
Okay, so you're going to start by using that skill.
Well, I'm not going to be able to tell if it's locked or trapped, am I?
Maybe.
It might be magically trapped, actually. Might need to tech magic on it. Yeah.
Just do something.
I don't know.
We've been here an hour and we haven't gotten very.
All right, open locks there.
All right,
just see what happens. Did that roll?
I don't see anything.
That rolled to me.
58.
Is that
Okay,
below your
yeah,
score?
you're.
It is, but it's a penalty on it though.
You try various combinations for quite a while, and you can't figure out what the combination is. Every time you think that you've just about got it, it resets itself.
I've got spells I forgot about. I've used. Oh, I'll
In
just
the
use
dark-
spell on the other one.
Okay.
You're gonna.
Well, no, I'm not going to do it now. I'll have to rest and prepare.